Hi guys!
And hi.
Today our experiment is about the eggs in the vinegar, which is the topic that we chose, and Phil explain the things.
Okay, so just as Shannon said that we're going to do egg in vinegar, which you can search on YouTube. It's also called the naked egg, that the eggshell would dissolve into the egg, so it's called the naked egg. And today we're going to do an experiment about that, and let's just get started.
Woo!
So for our materials, we need 6 eggs, 6 plastic gloves, and vinegar, 1 liter of vinegar, 1 meter of metal ruler, and 1 30x30 box. When you submerge an egg in vinegar, the shell dissolves. Vinegar contains acetic acid, which breaks apart the solid calcium carbonate crystals that make up the eggshell into their calcium and carbonate parts. The calcium ions flow free while the carbonate go to make carbon dioxide, the bubbles that you see. So here we're doing our experiment. During the time we're going to explain you our aim and other things.
Our aim is to investigate the effects of the time in the vinegar solutions until it gets broken. The research question is, how will the time in the vinegar solution affect the change in the time until the eggs get broken?
If I put the egg in vinegar for a longer time, then it will be harder to break. So here's our variables. So for the independent variables, the time stay in vinegar, and for the dependent, it's the change of mass after the egg comes out the vinegar. Our control is going to be egg source, vinegar source, and room temperature. And they're going to be controlled by us by ensuring that our eggs are used throughout the experiment are from the same brand, and also ensure the vinegar used will also be in the same bottle. And for the room temperature, we're going to ensure that it's not changed by the aircon. Well, here's our method to obtain all necessary materials.
Then place 6 eggs into each plastic cups.
And then pour 150 milliliter vinegar to cover each egg.
And then use clock to check the time. 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, and 12 hours.
And then gather all the eggs that we put in the vinegar.
Then put the 30 times 30 centimeter box on the table.
Use 1 meter metal ruler to measure 30 centimeters height.
And drop the 6 eggs in order from 30 centimeters.
Count the drop time until it completely breaks. So for our final results, we got 2 hours for 2 drops, 4 hours for 3 drops, 6 hours for 3 drops, 8 hours for 3 drops, 10 hours for 6 drops, and 12 hours for 1 drop.
The qualitative data is the egg removed from 2 hours was just same as the normal egg. And the egg removed from 4 hours was just same as the normal egg as well. And then the egg removed from 6 hours was a bit soft. The egg removed from 8 hours was softer than the ones from 6 hours. The egg removed from 10 hours was easy to squeeze. And then the egg removed from 12 hours became so thinner. There was no color change or odor.
So for our biological uncertainties, it's possible that each have different mass.
So the experiment was finished with the successful result. The longer we put the eggs in the vinegar, it bounced more. The egg in the vinegar for 2 hours bounced 2 times, 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours bounced 3 times. 10 hours bounced 6 times, and 12 hours bounced 1 time, and then broke. As the result, we found out that the egg became thinner, softer, and tender. And that's the reason that the egg, which was in the vinegar for 12 hours, bounced only 1 time. Because the eggshell is too thin. It became thin.
Okay, so since you guys know that the eggshell will dissolve in vinegar, that it will become thinner and thinner. And at the 12-hour time, it's the time that the eggshell is the most thin. That makes it to handle the least drop time. So just like 1 time, then it breaks. And for the 10-hour one, it have a hard outer layer, and since the eggshell dissolves, it dissolves inside the shell into the eggs, so it gives a bouncy inner layer that makes it to handle the most time that it drops. So, and also if you want to do this at home for fun, and you should put the egg into the vinegar more than 24 hours so you can make it a real naked egg that you can play for. Okay, so thank you.